AOP, sure. Peace, love, and obedience to the Most High God. I'm doing my normal formality. Up studying in the morning, you know what I'm saying? Only been up for a little bit. And I remember looking for this verse, and it's just funny how the Most High God does. I just randomly stumbled across it. I'm looking for something else, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm looking for something else, but then I run into something that I really been meaning to come across and go in on, something personal. But now I feel like it's time to do a video on it and really connect some dots and really put this thing together and really express the difference between what the nations are doing unto the children of Israel right now, and what the nations was doing unto the children of Israel back in this time. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna make the difference and really understand like how Yah feels about us now and how he felt about the children of Israel back then. See, I'm in Zechariah chapter 1 right now, and this particular verse is going to be talking about the children of Israel being in Babylon, for them 70 years, and Yah spoke a thing, right? So I'm going to go ahead and read these verses, and then I'm going to commentate on it afterwards. I'm going to start at verse 13, and it says, and Yah spoke kind and comforting words to the angel who talked with me, right? Then the angel said to me, shout this message for all to hear. This is what Yah of heaven's armies says. My love for Jerusalem and Mount Zion is passionate and strong. Then he says, see, this is the verse I've been looking for right here. I've been meaning to touch on this. But then Yah says this, but I am very angry with the other nations that are enjoying peace and security. I was only a little angry with my people, but the nations inflicted harm on them far beyond my intentions. See, I was looking for this verse right here. See, this is the difference between the Babylonian captivity that we were in for 70 years and the captivity that we are now in these Americas. Because we are under the curses of extreme affliction, extremities, right? Going through harsh, cruel, like just like oh my gosh, shocking like afflictions and pains and mistreatment, right? And Yah doesn't look at that as like these nations right now are going too far with us. He's not feeling like that because he brought that drama upon us, and that's what the curses was for, to break us down, refine us with great suffering. Read Isaiah 48. Yah says like how he refines a person, or how like he uses suffering to refine a person as silver, right? So that's great suffering. So through these curses, Yah is refining us like how you will refine gold and silver. And then that dross, which is that dirt, right? Once you clean the silver, that dross leaks from it. And then, that dross is what's within our hearts and minds and souls and our intentions, that pride, that arrogance, that disobedience, what I'm saying, that stubbornness, what I'm saying, all the things that the Most High Yah doesn't delight in. Yah is cleansing that from us, idolatry, the list can keep going on, right? That's what Yah has put upon us here in the daughter of Babylon, going through these curses in this situation right here, right? But when you read in Zechariah chapter 1, and Yah is talking about the Babylonian kingdom that we is in for 70 years, that condition, what they were putting us upon, Yah was like, y'all went too far. I'm not with that. So Yah is getting ready to deliver the children of Israel at that time and bring them in, right, by the decree of Cyrus. And Zerubbabel goes ahead and builds the temple, right? And Yah delivers, and he's telling us to flee, to leave. See, now I'm understanding why throughout you can go from Isaiah, you can also go from also here in Zechariah, where it speaks about flee from Babylon, right? Now I see, because they were inflicting us too great beyond what Yah's intentions was, because Yah wasn't trying to eliminate us like that, like he doing now. Like he really depopulating us here. Like, or from the time that we've been kicked out and been under these curses, y'all been depopulating us, right? For a remnant shall return, right? But Yah didn't want other nations to go too far with the children of Israel during the Babylonian kingdom. You know what I mean? So this is the difference between the affliction of the Babylonian kingdom, for they were under the curses, and the affliction of us now, the descendants of the children of Israel, of our forefathers, of what we're going through now during these kingdoms, right? Or during this fourth kingdom of man, should I say, which shall be explained or should be understood in Daniel chapter 2. Read from verses 34 all the way down to the end, where it explain that we're now in the fourth kingdom, the toes of iron and clay, right? So it's the difference between this fourth kingdom of man, which is the curses, and the Babylonian kingdom, where Yah didn't want his people to be afflicted that harsh from the Babylonians, right? That wasn't his intentions. They went too far. That's being expressed right here in verse 15. I've been meaning to talk about this. I've been looking for this verse. This is the difference between the Babylonian kingdom and the curses, and the kingdom of the curses that we're up under right now. Just doing some studying right now. This is something I want to talk about, touch on a little bit. You know, I'm gonna deal with that flea thing some more now, because after seeing this, it makes me want. That's my original like my original intention of reading and going through the Zechariah, because I'm really trying to break down what does that flea mean. Now this gives me a deeper understanding what that flea mean, and and who that flea was addressed to. Now I see why Yah was speaking before we went into this captivity, the Babylonian captivity, like through Jeremiah, saying to flee. Because when you read the book of Jeremiah, it's telling you to flee from Babylon, right? Because obviously Yah let Jeremiah know that the Babylonians was going to be too harsh on the people, and then they was going to settle in and get too comfortable, right? Probably stop having faith in the Most High Yah, stop believing in him, thinking that he's not going to deliver them. You know, get real doubtful, like how we get here, like quite common, normal for a human being. But also, um, that Yah was letting Jeremiah know that the Babylonians was going to be too harsh on the children of Israel. So he's encouraging them to flee once he sent his messenger, his anointed one, Cyrus the Great, right? Cyrus the Great. But I'm going to touch on that on another video. I just really wanted to speak on this for a little bit to show the difference between the curses in this captivity and what was going on in the Babylonian captivity for 70 years. Peace, love, and obedience to the Most High Yah. I'm gone.